What's up, y'all? My name is Ray Roy, your host of This Small Town, and welcome to Wallis, Texas. All right, y'all, so let's talk about a little bit of the history of Wallis, Texas. In 1830, the first Anglo-Americans made their homes here in the area between the Brazos and San Bernard rivers. In 1845, William and Lydia Ann Inglis Geyer, pioneer settlers of Bovine Bend in Texas, later to be called Wallis, Texas, were proud new owners of some 2,900 acres of land marked only by the post and the prairie. William Geyer had the first post office in the area established on October 13, 1873, where he was listed as the postmaster of Bovine Bend by the 10th Congressional District of Texas. Sometime after 1880, the Gulf, Colorado, and Santa Fe Railroad was constructed through the community from Galveston to Brenham. At that time, the town was renamed Wallis Station after J.E.W. Wallis, the director of the railroad. In 1887, the San Antonio and Aransas Pass Railway was being built east towards Houston, which reached Wallis. Starting in about 1890, Czech immigrants began moving into the area. By 1904, there were 631 souls living in Wallis. In 1911, the town dropped station from its name to become just Wallis. In 1973, Wallis was officially incorporated as a city, and in 1975, the town had 8 churches, 2 schools, a bank, a public library, and a weekly newspaper called the Wallis News Review. Apparently GPS said there's a road this way. All right. Once again, when you go down small towns, you never know what GPS is going to take you. Is it public road? Is it private property? Who knows? Find out on This Small Town. Will I get arrested or shot for trespassing? All right, so apparently this is supposed to be a public road. This is supposed to be taking me to a bank, but I don't see how no bank is going to be at the end of some dirt road. But you know what? This is a country right now. This is a small town. Everything leads from a dirt country road. So let's just have faith. Oh, yeah, okay. We're not going to die. We're not going to die. So here is one of the next historical markers. The Wallis Bank right here. I want to be careful trying to get this shot because I don't want to think I'm casing a joint. But yeah, the historical marker is right here to the right. We'll get a little closer look at it. It doesn't look like a very historic bank. Like, it doesn't look that old. I don't think it's like about the original bank. I think this is as far as how the town was set up and when the bank came to be. I want to say the Geylers had something to do with it. Hold on, let me take a quick look at the historical marker for the Wallis Bank. Why is this historic? Let's take a closer look. I gotta figure out this, man, because most historical places were built like in the 17th century. Okay, I'm being dramatic, but I still don't understand why this one is historic. So let's take a quick look at it. All right. So for the Wallis Bank, settlement in this area, 1830s, yep, I'm aware. It says in January 1906, with a capital investment of $10,000, D.N. Harris, F.D. Brandit, J.S. Thompson, R. Thompson, J.F. Walters, L.S. Thompson, W.A. Michael, a lot of people, y'all, put cash into the bank to establish a bank at Waller. All right, cool. So it took 10 people to come up with $10,000 that you can start a bank, apparently back in the 1800s. I can dig it. All right, so y'all, the Wallis Bank, historical marker. All right, back to the truck. That was kind of anticlimactic. I'm sorry. All right. Here is, next up, one of my favorite things to see in all small towns. The post office. Okay, Waller. I keep calling it Waller. Wallis. Wallis streets are pretty rough, y'all. Well, here's the Wallis post office, y'all. There you go. Looks, how do I say this nicely? It looks old. It looks vintage, you know, a little vintage. I'm gonna have to give this a, let me see, 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5 stars. Yeah. I don't understand how the bank is a historical marker when clearly this post office has been around since the 1600s. Anyway, the Wallis post office. All right, y'all, let's see what else we can find in the small town besides potholes. All right, y'all, so let's talk demographics. As of the 2020 United States Census, there were 1,292 people, 729 households, and 447 families residing in the city. Racial breakdown: 51% white, 33% Hispanic, 12% black, 3% mixed, and 1% Asian. 59% of the town is male compared to 41% that are female. Marital status: 33% of the residents have never been married, 57% of the residents are married, 1% separated, 4% is widowed, and 6% of the residents are divorced. All right, so I believe we are coming to one of our historical markers. Cemetery Road, Wallis City Cemetery. All right, end of a dead road. Nobody here, wasn't planning on one being here, of course. So I think there's like a historical marker here as well. And yeah, we'll just check it out, drive around, see what we can see. All right, so let's visit a couple historical landmarkers, the Wallis Cemetery and William and Lydia Guyler tombstone. The historical marker states, Kentucky natives William Henry Guyler and Lydia Ann English were married in 1845 and journeyed to Texas in 1859. They purchased a homestead on the Milburn and Davis land grant in Austin County. William Guyler erected a log cabin nearby in which they lived and built a trading post, sawmill, and cotton gin. The businesses served in a 20-mile radius for everyone who was around. During the Civil War, William Guyler served in the Confederate Army with General John Sales Company in the 23rd Brigade. Lydia Guyler aided the soldiers at home and donated supplies wherever most needed. During the yellow fever epidemic of 1867, Lydia Guyler helped nurse those stricken with the disease. In 1873, William Guyler became the first postmaster of the Bovine Bend community. In 1875 through 76, when the Gulf, Colorado, and Santa Fe Railroad built its line through the area, the Guylers sold 100 acres of land for $10 for the right-of-way and for the establishment of the town of Wallis. The longest street in Wallis is named in their honor of the Guylers to mark their contribution to the community in which they lived. This looks interesting over here to the right. Let's go and park and have a gander. Why do I keep saying gander? I don't even know what gander means, y'all. It means have a look. You know what it means for now. Why are you talking country? Oh my God, I'm starting to turn country. All right, let's go. All right, so I was driving down the bumpy road of Wallis, Texas. I wonder how many times in this video, everybody take a shot every time I call Wallis Waller. Take a shot every time I call Wallis Waller, Texas. But yeah, came across this looking thing right here. What is this? Fireman's Park? So it's Fireman's Park. Yeah. All right. Make sure there's no wasp nest, you know. It was the Waller Fire Department. I think this is like an original fire truck. Some nice tires for something to be so old. So yeah, taking a look at the fire truck. What year is this? Oh no, oh no. All right, sorry. We gotta play the Loomba spider net. Y'all know how I am about spiders. Yeah, this is nice. It's a pretty big fire truck. I'm not getting up there. Original hose. That engine. Gotta be at least a V12, right? Oh no. Yellow jacket. Back up slowly. Back up slowly. Okay. I'm a pro. Yeah, look at that. Oh, look, the window's up over here. I can see over here. Oh yeah, there's definitely a wasp nest in there. Yep. All right, I don't want to overstay my welcome with nature, but just wanted to show y'all one of the Wallis Volunteer Fire Department fire trucks in its original condition. Nice. All right, so looking at this, y'all, what do you think this is? What do you think it is? You would never guess. Just by looking at it, what do you think this is? I know what it is. Do my research. This is it's a church. Yeah, this is actually a church. I don't know the name of it. I can't remember the name of it. I just remember saying church. Unmarked church made of solid concrete. No names, no nothing. It's a little unusual, but yeah. I mean, the only thing church is about this is that you'll see it now, like the crosses. Yeah, this is a church. It's kind of randomly here. Unmarked. It's really weird. That might be washing money. All right, let's go back to the truck.
Now let's pay a visit to the next historical marker, the Wallis Methodist Church. The historical marker states, land was deeded in 1890 by M.L.H. Harry to church trustees F.D. Brandt, D.H. Harris, M.P. Ward, W.T. Brown, and M.L.H. Harry for the formation of the Methodist Church in Wallis. The church considers 1893 when a loan was taken out for a new sanctuary as its founding date. The first pastor was A.S. Blackwood, who served from 1891 to 1893. The Wallis United Methodist Church celebrated its 100th anniversary in October of 1993. The congregation supports mission work, is active in many programs, and continues to serve as an integral part of the Wallis community.
Check it out. The Wallis Memorial Library. They call it the Knox Memorial Library. Interesting. This library looks very Brady Bunch, like groovy kind of thing. All right, just wanted to show y'all the library. I thought that was pretty cool looking. I don't care. I thought it was cool looking. I'm a nerd. All right, so if that's the library, what is this building right here to the left of it, or the right? Hold on. I think this might be some kind of government building. No handguns, precinct 4. All right, so this right here is some kind of annex building. No handguns, open carry prohibited. I don't know. Is it like a police station? I don't know what this is. It got satellite on top of it. Let me slowly back away from this. I don't know what this is. It may or may not be a police station, courthouse. Anyway, just wanted to show y'all the Wallis Library in the mysterious annex building for government officials. All right, next location. All right, so I believe I found the police station, the Wallis Police Station. 5-0. Bad boys, what you gonna do? All right, so here's the Wallis Police Station. There you go. Got some nice little patrol vehicles there. And also, this is the municipal court. It's like the little outhouse buildings that I had back in school when I was in the hood. So yeah. Let me see the police station has big garage doors like that. Who knows? All right, 12. Y'all be safe out there, man. I respect the blue. Next location.
All right, y'all, so let's discuss more Wallis demographics. Household income. The average annual household income in Wallis is $51,740, while the median household income sits at $35,378 per year. 24% of the population live below the poverty line, which is higher than the national average of 11.5%. Housing market. In March of 2024, Wallis home prices were up 9.1% compared to last year, selling for a median price of $250,000. Rental market. The median rent for all bedrooms and all property types in Wallis, Texas is $800 a month. Education. 53% of the residents are high school graduates compared to the national average of 84%. 5% of the residents are college graduates compared to the national average of 53%. Crime stats. The crime rate index of Wallis is 19.5 out of 100, with a scale of 1 being low and 100 being high. In comparison, the national average is 35.4.
All right, so let's check out some of the houses in Wallis, Texas. All right. So, modest. I always like to use the word modest when it comes to, houses that were built not in the 2000s, but in the 18s, 17s, 60s, all that fun stuff. But that's what the houses out here look like. Some of them a little bit newer construction, as you can see here to the right. Yeah. As far as the housing market, I want to say like my report says around maybe 245,000. So it's definitely a lot more affordable out here than I've seen in some other small towns. But there's definitely not a lot out here. This is a cool looking house right here. Yeah, so that's a trade-off. The trade-off is you get some affordable homes, but you're living in a place where there's not going to be that much going on. It's country living, simple life. Nothing too flashy. Gets you a nice yard, nice front yard, nice backyard. Super quiet neighborhood. Super quiet. Have not seen that many people in the neighborhoods, but then again, it's the summertime here in Texas, so it's about 1,000 degrees outside. It's a cool looking house right there. So yeah, all neighborhoods I know are different. When I do these videos, I don't really research, oh, this is the good side of town, this is the bad side of town. I literally see a street and I turn down it. And whatever I see, that's what we're going with. So yeah, plenty of houses out here. Definitely older. Right here. A lot of one-story homes. Mainly with wood, some masonry. This one over here. Yeah. There's a nice little house right here as well. So yeah, that's it, y'all. Just wanted to show out one of the neighborhoods as far as what the houses look like as I drive around. This is like the majority of what you'll see as far as in this area. In Wallis, Texas, the houses. All right, y'all. Let's keep on exploring. All right, I believe I found the only apartment complex, the Heritage Square Apartments here in Wallis. Right here, yeah. There you go. Trying to see if I can get a good look at them. Because I want to say in my report, the average rent out here was about $800 a month. Oh my God. Wallis, AKA Pothole City. Bro, where are the tax dollars at? They're not going to fixing the old buildings. They ain't showing going to the roads. Anyway, here is the Wallis, only Wallis apartment complex that I think I can find here in that old small town. There you go, man. I bet it's nice and quiet and peaceful. That's all you need. You don't need no fancy office with a pool table. You don't need no Olympic pool, no resort, no big screen TVs. Only thing you need is some quiet neighbors. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how small my apartment is. Give me some quiet neighbors and chill environment. I'm happy with this. I'm absolutely happy with this. All right, y'all. Let's go to the next spot. In this small town of Wallis, Texas. I don't know why every time I say Wallis, I get so excited. Like, Wallis, Texas. You might just do that, or this is me. All right, whatever, y'all. Come on, let's go. All right, here is our next historical marker. That is absolutely beautiful as I first roll up to it, and that's my first impression. So y'all, check out this church. Yeah, we gotta get a closer look.
So let's pay a visit to the next historical marker, the Guardian Angel Catholic Church. The historical marker states, this congregation was organized in 1892 by several Czech families who had relocated from Fayette County, Texas to an area about 3 miles southeast of Wallis, Texas. The congregation held services in the Crosshouse School building, which was located on 4 acres donated by Francis B. Smith in 1892. At the suggestion of the Bishop of the Diocese of Galveston, church members erected a sanctuary in 1899 at a site closer to the railroad at Wallis. The congregation held their first services on Easter Sunday and named their church Guardian Angel. The church building was destroyed in the storm of 1900 but rebuilt in 1904 after a determined effort by the small congregation. The Reverend Frank Machen became the first full-time pastor in 1909. In 1913, a new Gothic-style sanctuary was built at the site to accommodate the growing congregation. In 1914, a school was established with an enrollment of 64 students. By 1933, the school consisted of 6 teachers and 170 students, and the parish had grown to 300 families. The congregation served the community of Wallis and a number of rural communities in the area with a variety of outreach programs. The church continues to be an important element of the area's heritage.
All right, y'all, that is all I have for Wallis, Texas. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you want to join me on my future road trip adventures to small towns, make sure you subscribe to my channel and join my small town community. Once again, my name is Redneck Roy. It's been real, y'all. Peace.